Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it now. Water, so. So I know to cut my phone down. And she cut your phone down. You know what I mean? Let's clap that up, man. Shalom, Lord Christ. Go ahead and kill that soldier. Let's rock it up. Shalom, Lord Christ. We good? We live? We rolling?
Come.
All right. Shalom, Lord Christ. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
Right.
And our mission is to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are according to the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? What their lineage is, what their pedigree is. You understand? Right. And that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? And this is the Tuesday Brotherhood class. And that's why I got my brother right here to my right. Go ahead and let the pro know who you are.
Priest and Officer 50, ISRAELITES, SHALAM.
You understand? Damn right.
I.S.U.P.K under Commander GEN.YAHANNA, Indiana.
Under Captain Kaposh.
Under Captain Kaposh.
You understand?
Damn right.
And we wanted to do this class, man, to show you, man, that, you know what I'm saying, everybody's doing this social distancing. They can't touch nobody. 6 feet away, nigga.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, last time I checked, I don't want to. We've been practicing that.
You feel me? You damn sure practice against. You get what I'm saying?
That,
damn
you know what
right.
why would I want to be this close up on somebody?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it's my old lady. You know,
right.
that, I mean,
right. But they what they trying to do now is they trying to instill fear in the world to stay away from people.
Right.
But and when I say people, mainly they trying to put fear into blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
Because right now what's going on is that the world still feels safe around the oppressor. They still feel safe around these Moabites. Now, that's because the Christian in them. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Even now today, they feel more threatened by blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like all these black people in the ghettos, right? Who's legally able to own guns. Guess what they went to go do? They went to go buy guns. But my question is this: who did they buy them guns for?
Right.
Did they buy them for the oppressor? You understand? They didn't buy them guns for the oppressor. They bought them guns for the people who live in a goddamn neighborhood. Because even in this hard times, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who are not in the truth still perceive black, Hispanics, and Native Indians as their goddamn enemies. You understand? That's what they do. They still perceive each other as their own worst enemies, which is programmed for them to have that kind of fear in their hearts. You understand? When the true enemy is the people who's been murdering you for over 400 years since you've been here in America, for over 4,000 years since you can, as far back as you can go in history, these people have been murdering you. You understand? That's who your true enemy is, man. And that's why you got to understand the true spirit of brotherhood. That's why you got to understand the true spirit of brotherhood. And the only way to understand the good is to get into the I.S.U.P.K under Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
Right.
Anybody can understand the law.
Right.
You understand the law when it comes to driving, right? You know green means go, you know yellow means slow down, and you know red means stop. But just because you know the law don't mean that you understand the law or the spirit of the law. Because if we're talking about the spirit of the law, I'm going to use the traffic light since we own the traffic light for an example. Yellow means slow down, right?
Right.
When people are driving and that yellow light pops up, what do people do? Go ahead.
Slow down.
Hell no, they don't.
Oh.
They speed up. They speed up. You know what I'm saying? They speed up. They say, let me hurry up and make this yellow light. So the spirit of the law. so you understand? So you got to understand the spirit of the law. So when they see that, they like, well, it's time for me to speed up, even though they know it means slow down. So a lot of your Christians in the world know the law of brotherhood, but they don't know the spirit of the law. You get what I'm saying? Right. Which means they're not operating in the right way of the law. The Lord is perfect brotherhood. Because when you fear the Most High, you're going to operate under the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. That's what you're going to do. You're going to operate under the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, man. And one thing that we got to understand, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in this trying time, is that there's one thing that we need to do the most. Let me get Mark 12 and 29. That's where I want to go first. Mark 12 and 29. Answer is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? And once more, we got to understand the spirit of brotherhood as well, because everybody knows the law. That don't mean that you operate in the spirit of it. You understand? Little kids know the goddamn law out here. Does that mean they operate in the spirit of it? Hell no, that's not what that means. The only way a little kid is going to operate in the spirit of that is if they raised up. Go ahead, soldier. Something you want to bring up? Oh, you got the precept? Yeah. All right, let's get it. Mark 12 and 29.
The book of Mark, chapter 12. Jesus answered him, the first of all.
Now, what's going on here, real quick, to give you a backdrop on this precept, what's going on is that, of course, they always do, try to confound Christ, but they couldn't. Christ was out there, man. Not only did he blaze on them, but he spoke parables, man. He would answer their question with a question that'll make them feel so damn stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
He answered their question with a question to make them feel stupid. You understand? So they asking him a question about the laws. We about to get it right here. Let's get it.
And Jesus answered him to the first. And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is here, O Israel. The Lord our God is one Lord.
The Lord our God is who?
One Lord.
Damn right. He's one. You understand? It ain't no God of every goddamn season. It's only one God. There's only one Lord. It's like the Lord of the Rings. One ring to rule them all. There's one Lord to rule them all. You understand? Keep going.
And thou shalt love the Lord, thy God with all thy heart.
You to love the Most High with all your goddamn heart and everything in you. Keep reading.
And with all thy soul.
Yep.
And with all thy mind. And with all thy strength. This is the first commandment.
This is the first commandment. Now let me show you what your Christian pastor ain't doing. Keep reading.
And the second.
Well, that's one thing that your Christian pastor ain't doing. It's a lock you. Your Christian pastor don't love the Most High like that. He doesn't. But let me show you what else that he's done, man. Let me show you what else. Keep going.
And the second is like, namely, this thou shalt love.
Now the second is namely like the first. The first one is that you love the Most High God with everything in you, your mind, body, and soul.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
All right.
That's how these, I almost struck the B word. That's how these women out here want you to love them. They want you to give them their mind, body, and soul.
Damn right.
Look, let me tell you something. Like the scripture saying, my first wife is this truth. I love this truth with my mind, body, and soul. I love the Most High with my mind, body, and soul. You get what I'm saying? Let's get the rest of the scripture.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Now who?
Thy neighbor.
Now who?
Thy neighbor.
Let me ask you something. Who is your neighbor? Is your neighbor? Go ahead.
Black, Hispanics, Native Indians.
Damn right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
Is your neighbor that devil you live next door to?
Nah.
Damn right. Is your neighbor these Chinese people that stay down the street from you? That's coming in and infringing on your goddamn property, on your territory, and your community? Damn right. Your neighbors is your people. Every other nation understands this except for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who are under Christianity. Let me tell you who doesn't understand this. Let me tell you why you don't understand this, rather. Go ahead.
We don't understand this a lot.
Right. But I'm saying you don't because I'm making a difference between the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Because when you leave, when you're in I.S.U.P.K, you're free. You get what I'm saying? It's just like on the plantation. The free man was different from the goddamn slaves. You know what I'm saying? If you got something you want to bring out, soldier, bring it out.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Just chime in whenever you want to, man.
Damn right.
But America is the plantation. This is Egypt again. The I.S.U.P.K. are the free men. We the ones always plotting how to goddamn get away.
Right.
Get what I'm saying? I get with my brothers and we like shit. We got to get out of here. We got to find a way to get out of here. We got to get free.
That's
the Christian church is like, no, why are we going to leave Americas? Why are we going to leave Masses? Massa loves us. Right. Massa show is good to us. Massa showed us, treat us nice.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's how they was in the wilderness.
Right.
You know when we came out of Egypt, you understand, Israel was he was on the run. You know,
shout out to Earl, man, tuning in online.
Right.
Most on Christ.
He was on the run. If I could, we was on the run. You know, right? We on the run, and Israel is giving Moses, the slave had to set the slaves free to live out their own. Guess what? To their slave masters.
Right.
You understand? The majority of them went back.
Right.
You understand? And if you look at today in 2020, you see who those people are.
Right. That's the Christians.
When want to love everybody.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
When these people don't give a damn about you, man.
Right. And if I could, that's what half these Christians are going to do when these churches open back up. These churches have abandoned you, Christian. You understand? They have abandoned you. They have shut their doors before your president gave the order to shut down. And I say your president because once more, you listen. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you my people. But there's a difference. We don't follow Trump. We follow. Go ahead.
If I could, man, sunstruck. If you a Negro, Hispanic, or Native American out there, stop voting, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know the half of y'all, the majority, not even the half, the majority of y'all not gonna listen. The majority of y'all think I'm nuts. You know what I'm saying? But you are nuts. You've been voting since the 50s or the 60s, since you had permission. First of all, you had to get permission to vote.
Right.
That's how you know you're not an American. You understand? And then now you got permission to vote, and then you see that your vote ain't doing nothing.
Right.
You understand? What is your vote doing for our people? You understand? And then when it comes to the real spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood, when it's supposed to be only for our nation, you're voting to try to better their country, but not your own communities. You understand? You're not voting for the better of the ghettos. You understand? You're not voting for, you know what I'm saying, for righteousness and for rulership. You're voting for their power and their successfulness. You understand?
Right.
You're not voting for us. You're just a puppet. You know what I'm saying? I think this devil is the best. Right. I think this devil is the best.
And if you could, you know where that scripture is? Where the Lord tells you not to?
I think it's in Deuteronomy, but I'm not sure exactly where it's at. 17 and 15.
17 and 15. Damn right. Pull that, soldier.
Hey, if you could pull one of y'all pull Deuteronomy 17 and 15.
Damn right. We're about to go ahead and pull that scripture because this is why I say, you understand, fear of the Lord is perfect brotherhood. Because if you fear the Lord, you would know not to do that. You got it, soldier?
No, I was going to say you want the rest of Mark.
Yeah. Let's get Deuteronomy real quick, and then we're going to get the rest of Mark.
Deuteronomy 17 and 15.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt and any wise set him king over thee.
Listen, read that from the top again. Read that again.
Come. Deuteronomy 17, verse 15. Thou shalt and any wise set him king over thee,
Keep going.
whom the Lord thy God shall choose,
Keep going.
one from among thy brethren.
Hold on. Read that part again. I don't want that to go over their head, man.
Whom the Lord thy God shall choose,
Who the Lord thy God shall choose. Keep going.
one from among thy brethren.
One from among your goddamn brethren. Let me tell you something. Why do you think America hated the fact that Barack Obama was in the White House? Why do you think they hated that? Anybody? Go ahead, soldier.
One of the chosen people.
No, not at all. Listen to his name, Barack Obama. That's not a slave name. Have you ever went to school with somebody named Barack or Obama? That sounds like a free man name to me. We all have slave names. We all got last names like Jones, Johnson, Miller. You get what I'm saying? Russell, Davis. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead,
Can you
Kumapar.
repeat that question again?
I said, why did America, and let me rephrase it simpler, why did the oppressors get mad when Barack Obama was in office?
Because he was looking after his people.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He didn't look out because
Africans.
yeah, listen,
Heathens.
he looked out for the heathens. But why did they get mad that he was in office though? Why did they get mad? What was Obama famous for? Let's be honest. What was he called? The first what?
Black.
Go ahead,
He
soldier.
was.
The first black president. So you're trying to tell me since the inception of America, right?
Right.
That was the first black president. Even though, if you know your history, you know that ain't true. We know that we had actual Israelites who was in rulership over America in the beginning. But even when they was in rulership over America, they still possessed no goddamn power because they was in rulership, but you still had goddamn slavery going on. What good is it to be in rulership? You get what I'm saying? But the reason that America got mad in today's time and he was considered the first black president, because once more, that part of history has been washed out to the point that you don't know that there was black man in charge of America when America first got accepted, to the point where the world believed that that was the first black president. And once more, what was another controversial thing about Barack Obama?
I can tell. Hey, he passed a. He really. You know,
I'll give you a hint. It has to do with his name and America.
I was gonna be all the way off.
No, it's all good. Go ahead.
It sounds like one of them Arab.
Exactly. He sounds like a Muslim, and the big part, and the big part of the big controversy behind him was he's not American. He wasn't born in America, and he told you where he was from. He let you know that he has an African lineage. He told you that his history is different from his wife's history. That's why the oppressor got mad. Because read that scripture again, Kumapar.
Come.
This is how the oppressor thought.